Hello everyone. So what do we do? Onefootball, we're the #1 platform for football fans, actually, to make everyone around the globe happy. So our goal is to tell the world's football stories. The most important thing for me is to execute that vision is literally the team. So right now, we're based in Berlin. It's 90 football maniacs from 30 countries, which is very important to us because we cover a lot of languages on the platform to execute this vision. When we look at our product, what do we literally do? So there are hundreds of thousands of football stories every day, every hour, every weekend, every match around the game. It's a goal, it's a foul, it's a transfer, etc. And no one actually is putting this together. And for us, it's very important that if you're following a specific team in a specific language on your phone, that you get all this information at first hand. So we're taking all the stories and we aggregate all these sources onto our content management system. In addition, we add our network of content creators, it's bloggers, YouTubers, etc., and we put them onto our system. And then when you download the product, then the first thing you do is you give us your favorite team, your favorite club, your favorite player. And based on all that information, we provide you with a personal content feed where you get all the information for your product. On top of it, and we're an app, so 95% of our traffic is on the app. But we're starting now to build out our distributed reach. So we're starting to create our own content to be relevant on platforms like YouTube, like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc. So when we look at the product, literally what we're saying is we're Facebook for football plus data and stats. So our big advantage is that an experience like Facebook, all the horizontal networks which cover editorial don't allow a good UX for data and stats like tables, results, live scores, etc. So that's the reason why we're always the starting point of a football conversation and of football consumption. And for that reason, we're steadily growing and we're very happy about our success over the past years. So how does this look like when we go for revenues? So everyone would think that we're plainly and solely doing advertising revenues. For us, it's important to look at the revenue streams a football fan creates. So a football fan goes to a match. He buys a ticket. He buys a pay TV subscription. He bets. So all the different experiences, buying a jersey, etc., are incorporated into our product. So round about 2,000 euros, that's the amount a football fan on average spends on his football club on a season basis. So, and we are owning these football fans. So what we're doing is we're creating experiences for how to best acquire a jersey in our product and how to best bet and how to best subscribe to a pay TV service like Sky. And these productized experiences from the different revenue streams we put into our product and then localize them per country. So we work with Sky in Germany, we work with Sky in Italy, we work with Sky in UK. We work with DAZN in Germany, so all the different services literally get the same experience from the top of the funnel in our product, independent of the country. So that's how we make ourselves independent from the classical advertising business and succeed only when our partners like Adidas, etc., succeed. So that was also the reason why Adidas became an investor in Onefootball, because literally they're covering most of the clubs, most of the players, the big competitions, etc., and give us the introduction to all the clubs where we then can succeed on our revenue models. So here are a few examples how this looks like. So what you see is that it's really playful, integrated in the app, and that's also the reason why we've built long-term partnerships with all these companies. So how does it look like in numbers? So we're now at around about 25 million users on the app. The most important thing is that these users came to the app without spending a single euro in marketing. So what we were creating is a platform which actually lives by word of mouth and by having the best product in the space. And that's how the majority, or like 95% of our consumers got to the product. And the one thing is to get a user onto the product. The second thing, which is much more important, is that we're not only available in a certain market, like Germany, we're available in 16 languages. And with that, we're covering all the relevant countries and all the relevant football nations on this planet. Importantly to say is, I'm a Cologne fan, so that's not one of the top clubs in Germany, but at least we're doing not too bad this season, or we were not doing too bad. For us, it's important that we cover each and every competition and each and every club around the planet to actually make you happy with all the content we're curating and aggregating. With that, we have around about 200 million visits per month, and we're growing pretty fast on that one, because by having a better content experience towards the people and with our machine learning approach of actually improving the feed based on your consumption behavior, we're steadily increasing the visits per user per month. In total, in the month of April, we had around about 500 million minutes time spent. So that's showing the large interest of the football fans in our product. I mean, it's always great because football is full year. It's always and everywhere. Now, you would say there's no football right now. Not in Europe, but you have the Confed Cup, you have Brazil, etc. So there's always a match every day, and that's what we need to cover, and that's why there's literally no off-season for us. We have around about 100 million articles read on a monthly basis. That's, again, another KPI for us which we're tracking, because for us it's important that in the first 3 days a consumer at least reads 1 to 3 articles to get him to the highest cohort in terms of retention rate, and that number we're steadily improving. Also a very important KPI for us is the push notifications. So in April only we sent around about 1 billion push notifications to our consumers. That's not our biggest retention driver in bringing back the people to the product, but it's definitely one of the biggest drivers, except the organic sessions we get from the consumers on a monthly basis. Last but not least, we've decided around about 2 years ago not to move into messaging. We did a trial, and literally it didn't work because my hypothesis was that football fans actually want to exchange on a platform, but we realized that it's not the right thing actually to approach something which messages like WeChat, WhatsApp, Messenger, etc. have built their experiences around. So for us, voting is one of the top things, how we engage with our customers. And that's something we're looking at from a KPI perspective as well. So last but not least, and that's the most important, the stagnating market environment, like the App Store currently, we're growing 8% month-over-month on our active user base. And that's also projected for the next couple of months, and we're looking forward to our growth, which we will succeed with our great partners. So we have a couple of great VCs on board, and also strategic partners, besides lots of angel investors, and we will want to change the game. This is the nice goal of Götze. So let's change the game together, and thanks a lot for having me today. Bye.